So hello and welcome back to Go Again Gaming. My name is Az, and today we're going to be looking at the article surrounding the sort of competitive and organised play in the world of Flesh and Blood. And it seems like they are picking up the pieces from Wizards of the Coast absolute debacle regarding organised play and where the state of that is at the moment. And this game is basically taking all of those disgruntled Magic the Gathering players, and they are thriving in this game, hence why I've decided to do this channel. And I've only been playing the game nearly 3 weeks now. I had my first game this weekend against Bear Hobbies, who ran the first in real life event for the game, Flesh and Blood, and going to be doing some more with him soon, so definitely stay tuned to the channel, and he's going to feature at some point, definitely, with regards to in real life gameplay videos. But this article I found was really, really awesome, a nice insight into what players can come to expect if they do want to climb the ladders with regards to organised and competitive play. And I'm very much looking forward to getting into those low-level events and just seeing how far we can potentially take it. So let's go on to the webpage share screen now, and I can show you. So here we go, organised play pathway. So if I just move my OBS out the way so I can read the actual article. Here we go. Cool. You may have seen a little lapse in the actual size of the screen there, but that's all good. So yeah, it says here, organised play pathway. So a bit of flavour. Let's go through the flavour. From the first day that we sat down to design Flesh and Blood, organised play was at the centre of our thinking. Awesome. It's embedded in the decision to design the game to support draft and sealed deck, and obviously boxes of boosters hold 24 packs because that's how many you need to support an 8-person draft. So as you can see, these booster boxes will have 24 packs. Not sure if you can see that on there, but you know these booster boxes do have 24 packs in them, which supports 8-player drafts, which is great. Reducing variance is intrinsically good, but especially in the context of organised play, it allows tournament rounds to be best of one, opening up deeply strategic formats like Classic Constructed as a viable tournament format. So yeah, that's pretty decent. And on the eve of a new season of Skirmish starting, we wanted to take a step back and provide an overview of our overall organised play framework. So this gives you a massive insight as to how far you can progress and how you can progress and how you do that as well, which is brilliant for new players that wanting to get competitive and just wanting to get into the sort of ecosystem here. So the world is opening up quickly now, and we want to give you an idea of what you can expect in the next coming months and years, and just also to take a chance to lay out how all the different parts of Flesh and Blood organised play ecosystem fit together. And we've got a nice little graphic here that you can see. So I'm just looking at my OBS now, so you see if you can see it. So if we start from the bottom, so this is the little graphic here. We've got Skirmish. So Skirmish events are the very, very bottom events in Tier 1. So brawl with your friends and your local community with the chance to win prizes in hundreds of Skirmish events across the world. So these are just small little sort of armory, on-demand and play anywhere events which still host prizes, and you can still pick up points for your sort of your fab profile. So yeah, I imagine this is what a lot of little game stores and local game stores will be running to begin with, just to get people interested in the game and what have you and get their points up. So you've got armory events, so train and gear up at your LGS every week, and with exciting official prizes, open entry weekly. So that's cool, armory events. You've got on-demand events, so participate in exciting custom events organised by your favourite local game store, available on demand. So these are, I imagine, similar to the especially the UK community. If you're on the UK Discord, you probably would have seen this, but local game stores organising events online to play Flesh and Blood online. I haven't actually participated myself, but I did watch Towering Titan stream, which encapsulated the online on-demand events, which obviously host prizes and our draft events as well. So that's imagine what that event is all about. And then we've got play anywhere as well. So organise and report your own events anytime using the official OP software Gem, fabtcg.com, available on demand. So if you're registered to Gem and your local game store, That is the sort of B2B portal that you can use as your game store, and you can organise these play anywhere events. I imagine I'm not in that sort of circle, so I don't actually know. I might not know what some of these are, but I'm just giving you my thoughts and opinions on it. And then we've got Tier 2, so we've got Road to Nationals and Pro Quest. So Road to Nationals, it says, prove your skills against your local community and get the chance to attend your national championship and take home the ultimate title. So once you've proved yourself in your local community, you get the chance to attend your national championship to take home the title for that. So if you qualify for the Road to Nationals, I guess you've got a chance of getting the national championship. So that's really, really good to attend that, to get your skills up, get your points up for that. And then we've got Pro Quest as well, which is just says embark on a grand adventure on your way to play with the best and receive PTIs to qualify for pro events, open entry, multiple per territory. I don't know what PTIs are, so again, I'm still very, very new to this game, so if you could correct me in the comments as to what a PTI is, that would be lovely. And we've got Tier 3, National Championship, so fight for the title of the national champion of your country. Invite only, once per year per country. So you do have to be invited to the National Championship to compete for your country. So that's a very, very special title to go for. And you've got the calling, so the calling, test your mettle and kickstart your pro journey. Open entry, multiple per year. So I guess that's how you qualify for National Championship. I don't know. And then we've got the World Championship and the Pro Tour events. So we've got the Pro Tour, so battle pro players around the world as we visit each continent in a series of high-level events. Invite only, multiple per year, so you do have to be invite only. So that's very, very high-level Tier 4. And then we've got the World Championship, which is the pinnacle of flesh and blood competitive play. Represent your country and compete with the top flesh and blood players in the world. Invite only, once per year. So it's just nice to know. Obviously, I'm very new to this, so I don't know the ins and outs of how this is. But it's nice to know that everything's got a brand. Everything's branded. You've got Skirmish, Road to Nationals, Pro Quest, National Championship, Pro Tour, World Championship, and the graphic is there. It does show you how you progress to each thing and what you have to do. So really, really like it. And again, picking up the pieces from Magic the Gathering's debacle of an organised play system. So again, I think this game is just going to pick up so many pieces from the Magic the Gathering world. So let's scroll down and have a look now then. There's obviously explaining different tiers there. So Tier 1, so at the base of the organised play structure, we have the core weekly play programs, armory events, on-demand and play anywhere. These programs are intended to let players get involved at home or in-store as an accessible first step on the organised play pathway. Yeah, so you can get involved in the store events or you can play online like the UK Discord has been doing. And that sort of gets you up the tier as such and gets your play, your points on your Fab profile. Because with regards to events, you do have to register to the Flesh and Blood portal on their website. It's very, very easy. And then obviously it says how many competitions you've entered, how many points you've got, and all that sort of thing. So that all adds into that. And obviously to support stores, to run great events, we provide free armory kits containing great playmats and promo cards to be given away as prizes. So that's a lovely little incentive, to run these little armory events. They're giving away free things as prizes, which is always good. You always want to see some sort of reward for your hard work at the end of it, and I think that is brilliant. Getting a playmat is just something you need in this game, especially if you're a new player, because it tells you where your equipment slots are, where your pitch zone is, your graveyard, your banish zone, obviously your character and weapon and armors and stuff. So that is really, really good prize. Always a good prize to win a playmat. I love a good playmat prize. And then Armory and on-demand events also award experience, so you can get yourself on the leaderboards and compare yourself to friends. So again, that's what the point system I was on about refers to, the experience points. So every time you win an event, it's automatically recorded amongst your profile as to how many experience you've got and everything. So it's just awesome, that whole sort of custom-made profile for yourself. It says your name, it says how many experience points you've got, how many tournaments you've entered. So yeah, just a brilliant way of tracking your own progress on the internet, which is brilliant. And then Skirmish. So at the next level up, Skirmish series is intended to give players an opportunity to take part in accessible, higher-level competitive play, and the idea is that players in small communities might get access to a bigger event in the season, while players in larger communities might have 2 to 3 events taking place nearby. The prize pools are bigger for these events, so the level of competition tends to be a bit higher, but the events are still run at a casual level of rules enforcement, are intended to be a fun way to test your skills in a more competitive environment. And the great thing about Flesh and Blood is you can still hang with the big decks even if you're running just a small Blitz deck, for instance. If you're playing Blitz, that is. Again, if you can't play Blitz against Classic Constructed, but the world of Flesh and Blood and the cards in Flesh and Blood, commons can still hang with rares, and every card is still useful in this game, what I've found so far. So, yeah, you can still hang. You can still play one-on-one big games with the big boys that have got the massive decks and what have you, because it's still very much a mind game, you versus the opponent. There's still luck involved. You can still pitch any card for value. You can still use any card to defend, pretty much. So again, it's more of a mind game as well, which gives you more and more of a sort of a way of competing with these top players if you're good at mind games, if you're good at one-on-one combat. So yeah, skirmish events are also standalone. You can gain EXP or XP by taking part and built up your reputation and community. But you don't have to qualify for anything as a result of winning an event, which is cool. So then we've got Tier 2, which is ProQuest. So ProQuest, the next tier of events is where things start to get serious. ProQuest tournaments are serious high-level tournaments where the winner can take home major prizes but can also qualify for the next Pro Tour event on the calendar. Like skirmish events, ProQuest events are intended to be fairly accessible for communities around the world while providing strong prize support for the winners. And our intention is that as international travel starts to open up, we can see a pathway to hosting international Pro Tour events. We will start running ProQuest events as an independent season of organised play. So that's awesome as well. And then we got the Road to Nationals. So for the meanwhile, though, the Road to Nationals is the Tier 2 tournament series, which will be commencing once the season of Skirmish is finished. These events provide players with a direct qualification pathway to their national championships, as well as a range of elite prizes. We'll be providing more details for you soon on this year's Road to National series. But for those of you who have been hanging out for a chance to play top-level Classic Constructed, this is going to be your chance. So the Road to Nationals will be the best way to potentially qualify for the good stuff. Then we've got Tier 3. So the National Championship is the annual chance for players across the world to battle out for the title of National Champions. This is obviously within your country. And these events are typically invitation only. Players can qualify for these events by making the top 8 at a Road to Nationals event or on a ratings-based invitation. This year we're looking to run National Championships in all of our supported territories, COVID allowing. National Championships feature cash prizes and the opportunity to play for gold cold foil legendary cards. Winners also receive a Pro Tour invitation, so that's what a PTI is, a Pro Tour invitation, a token that can be used to enter any future National Championship, World Championship or Pro Tour event. So that's always good. So if you do win, you do get a PTI, which means you can just use that to cash in for another event later on down the line, which is always good. So both the size of the event and the prize support will depend on the number of active players in the community, but we want to make sure that all our players get a chance to participate wherever possible. So the Calling is our other Tier 3 tournament program, a series of open entry professional level tournaments typically spanning an entire weekend. As with National Championships, cash prizes are on the line, along with the chance to win gold cold foil legendary cards and Pro Tour invitations. And over the past year, we've been limited to running this series in APAC only, but as North America, Europe and the UK open up, we're going to be bringing this series to players in these markets as well, and more details will be coming in the next few weeks as we get confirmation on more events in this series of 2021. So that's good. I believe APAC is what? Is that Australia? Over the past year, these events have only been in Australia, but as North America and Europe and the UK open up, we might see these on our shores shortly, which is lovely. And then we've got the Tier 4, which is the Pro Tour and World Championship. So the pinnacle of Flesh and Blood organised play are the Tier 4 events, the Pro Tour and World Championship. Only the best will qualify for these tournaments, and victory will be hard fought. And for the player that climbs to the summit and becomes a world champion, success will be truly deserved, and they will be assured a place in history as one of the great Flesh and Blood players. So that's cool. An entry to Pro Tours and World Championships is based on a rating or via a professional, a Pro Tour invitation. And top performances of these events can also earn an additional Pro Tour invitation, allowing players to chain together successful performances at these events. Travel permitting, we are aiming to start running Tier 4 events from 2022, but players will be able to bank invitations earned in 2021 to use in future Tier 4 events once the series are up and running. So yeah. And obviously that encompasses the World Championship as well. But as a closing statement here by Legend Story Studios, we hope this has given you a better idea of all the organised play series which make up our overall programme and how they all fit together. And we're really excited to be able to start rolling these series out on a wider scale now that the world is opening up again. And we've heard from a lot of players just how excited everyone is to be able to take part in in-person play. And we'll be providing more specifics about how each of these above events will work as we get closer to each of those seasons. Watch this space in the coming weeks as we start to unveil more upcoming events. And there's a little disclaimer at the bottom here saying, with the game growing so quickly at the moment, demand for armoury kits is outstripping supply, but priority is given to those stores that have already started up running events like the Era Welcome events, and we're working hard to get more kits into the market as well. So obviously the game is growing massively at the moment, so obviously the demand for armoury kits is going to be difficult. So they are supporting the stores that were with them from the beginning. You know, the people that are running the Era Welcome events, the very, very first sort of event that they were running, they're obviously rightly so to support the stores that have been with them from the start and help their game grow to the state where it is now. So yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant article. Definitely go and read it if you took none of that in, because I'm still very much taking all this information in as well, because I'm still very, very new to the game. But yeah, that has been absolutely fantastic to know that obviously Legend Story Studios are picking up where Wizards of the Coast have failed in regards to competitive play. So it's just brilliant to see. And I'm really, really excited to see how this game evolves over time, and yeah, I hope you're here to join me for that as well, and discover this fantastic game as we did all those years ago with Magic the Gathering. So thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Az. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell notification if you want to be notified of any future videos. And also, the giveaway is only a few weeks away. So it's not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. We're on 80 plus subscribers at the moment. So if we can get it to 100, it means that an additional big prize will be available on the line for one of you. So definitely go and comment on one of my videos if you haven't done already. Share the video, tag your friend, someone who wants to win Flesh and Blood prizes, tag them in it. You don't want to miss out. It's free. What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.